Horror content warning. Oh, it's loud. Game is still under development. Current content is not indicative of final quality. Kind of what I take demos as, honestly, these days.
Blood pressure 175 over 110. Experiencing mild convulsions.
Of course I'm covering. Sorry. Just for the cutscene.
Bella? Bella?
I'll move the camera when we get in the game.
The drug seems to be taking effect. Go ahead and ask questions. I can't be certain how long she'll stay awake for.
Where's the black box, Sparrow? 3 days ago, you were tasked with investigating the situation at Site 74, Pony Station. You were assigned to retrieve the black box. Now, out with it. Where is the black box?
The frame rate.
I brought it back. I brought the black box back.
Don't lie to us. You never brought it back.
No, that's impossible. I remember. I completed my assigned task. I swear.
All right, here now. This isn't an interrogation. We're not here to lay blame or point any fingers. Bella, I'm terribly sorry to have to bother you in such a state, but it is critical that we find that black box. We need to know what happened at Pony Station.
My memory's a mess at the moment.
That's fine. We'll take it slowly, step by step. Why don't we start from the moment you received your mission? Tell us what you remember.
I'll try. That night. Currently heading to mission site 74, Pony Station. We'll arrive in about 3 minutes.
Very good, Sparrow. It's been 48 hours since the Foundation lost contact with Pony Station. SCP-701 experiments there have been ongoing. We have reason to suspect a containment breach.
What is my mission?
According to Foundation security regulations 709S, each site must have a black box placed in a secure area to assist in identifying the cause of an accident, should one occur. Your task is to investigate the situation and retrieve the black box.
Black box? Got it. Okay, I've arrived.
Okay. Give me a second. Because I'm just changing. Where the camera is located. There we go. Oh boy, the game's gonna be dark. Mouse sensitivity I need to put all the way up. That's horrible. That sensitivity. This is at 100%. This feels wonky. Okay. Authorized personnel only.
I'm able to observe the mission site from here, but it doesn't seem like one of the Foundation's secure facilities.
Pony Station, officially known as Site 74, was originally a hydroelectric power station. After it was abandoned, the Foundation repurposed it as one of their sites. Initially, it was used only to contain a few safe-level anomalies. But recently it's also taken over SCP-701. I don't know all the details. We won't know the truth until you retrieve the black box.
Got it. I'll complete the task as instructed and retrieve the black box.
Anyone want to look up and see what SCP-701 is? I don't remember which one it's supposed to be. I don't know them all. I know a handful, but... Is this a crouching mechanic? Control. Are you kidding? That's crouch? Oh. I hope they end up making that smoother. That's wonky. Do I have a flashlight? Do I have anything? Right now it's WASD and it's shift. And E. Can't counter. Device capable of measuring the humes of an area and calculate the reality bending rate in real time. Okay. What? There's a phone number on there. I don't know if we'll need that phone number. I don't know if the game's going to remember it. I'm taking a screenshot of it. Well, picture, whatever. Reality Anchor, a device capable of stabilizing the humes of surrounding areas. One of the best weapons for combating against reality bending and reducing the psychological damage in an area. Y blocker, 60 milliliter per injection. Inject this blocker to stop neurotransmitters from behaving erratically as a result of unavoidable reality bending. Oh, I probably don't need it. Polaroid photo of the black cube, the objective of this mission. Press tab to open your collection. WS to switch item type, AD to switch type. I can't switch it. Making shrimp egg rolls in the air fryer. Yummo. Okay. Everything went dark. Are we just loading? No.
I've just entered Pony Station.
What?
Retrieve the black box from the lab. Room 705. The elevator. 7th floor. Sparrow. Must.
What's that? Bald Eagle, you're cutting out. Damn. This is out of the safe range. I'll place a reality anchor.
Ow. Specified areas? Okay. Really weird. Ohio issued 25-cent coin. Okay. Today I read Dr. George Thompson's research log for SCP-701. Could it be true? Has he really been performing comparison experiments on chimpanzees this whole time? What could he have planned? Does he not realize what he is up against? The whole thing is turning out to be an ungodly mess. It's now abundantly clear why the Foundation transferred him out of Pony Station, leaving me to take over the post. He was performing the experiment all wrong. Everything about it was in a completely wrong direction. SCP-701 holds great potential. I still believe that. I will have to adopt a new method of study. Efficient, fast, direct. It all begins tomorrow.
Dr. Tyler Cooper. I've heard of this guy. A bit of an eccentric and a thrill seeker.
Egg sausage sandwich, and tater tots. All employees on duty shall not leave early or be absent. Employees who cannot be on duty due to special circumstances should report to the manager of each area early. When accessing confidential documents, the regulations and relevant regulations are to be followed by. On-duty staff should fill in the inspection record form accurately and report in time if there is something that cannot be handled. The spare key of room 101 is placed under the flower pot of the visitor center. Must be put back to the original place after use. Okay. Why? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you have a full-on, like, wooden doll in there? It's SCP. They could do whatever they want. Where's the visitor area? Is this the visitor area? Maybe I don't want to turn off the flashlight. It's just scheduled to say it right there. Storage room. Can't go in. Setting resource request form. Whatever.
All the plans, including the project schedule that follows, have been disrupted. They managed to procure a goddamn script from God knows where. And Dr. Cooper, whatever his name is, in particular, he puts on airs every time the operation starts as if everyone should listen to him.
Okay. I like how there's like a whole thing to go up there. It's just pipes. 101 key. Anything with this door? Of course. What is with the pipes? Why do the pipes look like that? I have a feeling the pipes have something to do with the SCP-701. Yeah. Just slightly. Is there a body down there? Look in the reflection. Is that a body? That yellow thing? Like in a hazmat suit? I feel like that entire thing, just to raise it, was kind of pointless. Or whatever. Hi, Tom. How are you? Why did that one sound like a girl screaming, going, ow, ow, ow! Oh my god. That wooden doll. Where'd it go? The wooden doll went nowhere. Oh, is SCP-701 like mannequins or some stupid thing? Question is, why does this have anything to do with 701? Which one is 701? I don't know which one 701 is. It's not like I remember them. I've only looked them up on occasion. It's the Hanged King? I don't know what the Hanged King is. We already saw a wooden doll with a that was hanging, that came out of a locker. Supplied by Frandy's department store, purchaser Abraham Hydro Power Plant, date of application, blah blah blah, multimeter maintenance kit, wire cutters, hydraulic clamp, cable, threader, arc lamp. 4,200 arc lamps. Holy crap. It's the Hanged King, the play. Oh. I don't remember anything about it. Is that one based off of The King in Yellow from H.P. Lovecraft? Where it's like the play that seems like completely boring, but once everyone hears it, they all go insane near the end. I feel like they copied that.
This must be the elevator. To the 7th floor, then.
Keycard needed. Wouldn't let me move around the chair. Stop it.
Bread we offered, the hanged king we served. I serve my king with my blood? Blissful suffocation, sacrifice of sin? What's this? Some kind of code?
Why would they have sent her in if she was an SCP agent without, like, explaining things to her? What? Just hold it down. Oh. To use the injection. Your hand looks like it needs some serious texturing. I'm fine with it.
I'm very familiar with cognitohazards. I've been trained to deal with them. But this wasn't anything like that. I couldn't breathe. It was like there was a knot tied around my throat. I was weightless, hanging, gasping. No matter how much I struggled, nothing helped.
That does sound terrifying. But perhaps it was just a nightmare, though.
No. We wake up from nightmares.
Not from this.
Are you kidding me?
Fourth floor. Fourth floor basement.
It's even lower than before. I've got to play reality.
I like the concept of these things. Hey guys. You can't jump. I like the concept of the reality thing. The thing I find funny is whenever you throw it, the animation looks like it's sort of floating. Like it doesn't have enough weight behind it. Watch this, the mannequins are gonna be gone. It was a little spooky to me at first, but then when it wasn't as spooky because I was backing up to try and run away, and it stopped me from moving after I backed up a few spaces. So I was like, oh. Can I have that? Thanks. Why were you peeing at the urinal while reading this? Duke Sortino. The chains of fate coil like a poisonous snake. It is not only me they seek to entangle, but also you. The curse before death is frightening indeed. Petruchio, get this meddler out of my sight. Let dead men remain speechless. Petruchio extends the noose and strangles Sortino's neck. Traitor, usurper, arg. Yeah, I find it really weird too. Like, they could have done better with that writing, but they didn't. Can I do anything there? No. Oh, it broke. Wait, how did you guys write behind that before it broke? I'm impressed. Hey, can I have this? Thanks. Isabella, if the lies of the monarchy were to be recorded in a book, the archivist would never know a moment's rest and would evidently become overburdened with fatigue.
Impossible!
Classic Chad! Hello. How are you? How are things? Welcome. Thank you for the raid. That was very, very sweet. What were you playing? What were you doing? This is just a demo, by the way. I got it from Steam's Next Fest last weekend, and it's not available for download anymore, but thankfully I downloaded it in advance, so I was able to play it. Chad raid. Maid Beatrice. Empress, Lord Antonio's here. Isabella. What is that you say? My estranged son? Why would he come to see me in the convent? Go, get me my very best dress at once. You're in a convent. And prepare a glass of poisoned wine. Oh my god, you were playing the newest Ninja Turtles game? Desi recommended you? Oh, that's sweet. I'm still waking up. I have coffee. I know nothing about this SCP. It's apparently SCP-701. If anyone's interested in looking it up. It's apparently about a play. As you say, Maid Beatrice leaves. Isabella, what sad truth. The dice rolls with lies and bears my name, and the martyr under this conspiracy shares my own flesh and blood. Anyone drop anything? Hey, what is that? It's a piece of... Was it supposed to have dropped anything that I was supposed to pick up? No. Look it up, it's a trip. I do want to look it up at some point. I probably will look it up tonight. I do like looking at some of the SCP stuff. They've always been good to look up. Some of them are meh. Some of them are really good.
This cognito hazard. Could it have something to do with SCP-701?
Look, there's another mannequin.
The situation here is much more serious than I expected.
Ah, yes, air vent crawling. That one thing that you would never be able to do in reality because no one can fit in air vents. You're a long-time follower, but you don't talk much. Oh, hi, Desi. That's very sweet. Thank you. I was like, for a second, I was all like, is Desi someone that Isaac, like, raided at one point and has been following? Because Isaac has a tendency to do that. And then I'll look over at our channels, at the like the people we follow for raiding, and I'll be all like, who's that? And I'll have to ask Isaac later on. He's all like, oh yeah, I've been watching.
Welcome back.
I'm like, okay. Ultra Megan, thank you for the resub. That's really sweet. I will say that for a seemingly indie horror game, this one feels better than most. It is definitely giving me a little bit of spook level. You gonna look at me again? Rehearsal script 2, act 2. Persone, Gonzalo Antonio, Isabella Lodovico Francisco, scene convent inn, act description. To cover up the truth, Gonzalo orders the arrest of the 3 men who witnessed the Queen's confession and imprisons the Queen in the convent. Gonzalo then goes to have a secret meeting with Ambassador Alagata. Tom mentioned that it's about Alagata. I don't know what that is. After learning the Queen's captivity, Antonio begins to plot his revenge. I know, I'm weirded out by it too because it's really weird. Thank you. This is like what's left of the people here. I don't want to open these anymore. On December 19th local time, a mass blank incident involving several students in the auditorium of Prenchester High School took place. The incident escalated into a violent riot with fighting on a mass scale. The incident reportedly took place in the auditorium while blank, as all participants were in the process of blank. This triggered the audience to attack each other, resulting in 13 deaths and 27 injuries. Cause of the incident is unknown at this time. It's probably them all, like, having put on the play or something.
So many files. This must be the archive room.
Gonzalo kills... Okay, Act 3, Persone. Gonzalo, Antonio, Alinda, Francisco, Isabella, Petruccio, Sortino, Atella, Scene, Ballroom Convent. Act description. Back for good. Hi, born and welcome back. Gonzalo kills an eyewitness and orders the royal chef to make a stew from his body. The witness's daughter, Alinda, is then placed in the convent. Why is everyone being shoved in the convent? Antonio and his squire enter the convent to confront the queen. She tries to kill Antonio, but he sees through her plan. Do you think all the nuns at this convent are just standing in a corner going like... There's all this murder and plot and people being thrown in there. As Antonio and his squire evacuate the monastery, they encounter the imprisoned Delinda. I saw that already happening because he was in my way, so I already knew something like that was going to occur. Need a handle. Can I take one of these handles? No. I've worked in a filing room with these kind of shelves. They usually put these in rooms where you, like, they would never put it in a room like this because this room is too big. You could actually fit extra shelves in here without having the rollers. It's always in a really small room that they do it, where you can usually only open up maybe one or two of the shelves at a time. But you'll have like 2 to 3 times as many shelves kind of thing.
It's all very unusual these days. Many people have come to the site, but they haven't registered with the authorities. I've heard that Cooper and his team are rehearsing a script into a play, and that all participants are required to record their daily status. My experiment has to be put on hold because there's no one left to work on it. It's not right. Write an email to the minister and inform him of the malpractice going on here. Who's there?
These are probably from on the SCP site for it. These are all different SCPs because that's the one that's supposed to be the stairs, which I know that there is an independent game out there for it, which isn't played once upon a time a long time ago. It's old. I don't remember which one this is for. But I mean, those are all pictures from SCP. Round handles for the cabinet. Anything else to click on? No? Okay. Your friend left you. Oh, it's SCP. Dear Ms. Erin Maple, recently Lisa Amanda, the former assistant of Dr. Tyle Cooper, violated the Article 5, Item 3 of the experimental protocol and refused to execute the assigned tasks on the experiment by Dr. Cooper, resulting in experiment delay. According to the emergency plan, she has been demoted and removed from the site after being injected with a Class A amnesiatics on the 16th. Now, by order of Dr. Cooper, we have decided to promote you to senior assistant of this experiment to assist Dr. Cooper to promote the work development at Pony Station. Your interview and authorization session will be held today at 1:30 p.m. in room 711. 711. Is SCP and Control kind of the same thing? Yeah. Please prepare yourself ahead. Thank you for your persistence and hard work in the Foundation. I wish you a pleasant time in your new position. Control is based off of the SCP concepts. SCP, for all intents and purposes, is a collection of creative writing from multiple writers. I think there's certain few ones that were primary focus based on audiences. People would create like objects or creatures or things, and they would call them SCP and give them a label designation. And it was all under SCP Foundation, which top left of the screen you can see Secure, Contain, Protect. It was supposed to be about, it's the basic concept of what Control is, but SCP came first, was an internet thing, And then Control, when it was made, is heavily based on SCP without being SCP, because they'd have to pay like licensing fees to them for it. That's just it. Okay. There's about 8 to 9 canons within the SCP universe, no true canon. Yeah, pretty much. I think it's just to get up there. No. How did Spirit Tea end up? It was really short for the demo, but it's really, really, really good. I really am interested in seeing more about it. Spirit Tea is really cute. The potion crafting one was also pretty good. Tyler Cooper's journal too. At first, most of the on-site personnel were apprehensive about participating in this project, but after distributing some SCP-701 documents to a few volunteers that became widely circulated, and the number of people coming to sign up suddenly increased. It's rather curious how it happened, and I haven't quite figured out the reason behind it yet, but it's welcome news. I'll take it as a good omen. Now I've managed to mobilize the entire station to participate. Every single person. It's my chance to prove myself. An opportunity like this doesn't come every day.
Why would Dr. Cooper need so many volunteers? And what on earth is this SCP-701?
I will say that SCP on the site usually has said that their agents are usually well versed in each of them. The only agents that aren't versed are, I forget what they're called. There's a certain designation, but the agents that go in and directly interact with the SCP for experimental purposes or containment purposes or whatever are inmates that are on death row. And they're given the option to work with the SCP Foundation instead of being put to death, because they're likely to die with it anyways. D-Class, yeah, D-Class. I thought it was a color designation. I kept thinking they wear a certain color.
Finally, luck is on my side. This ought to get me to the 7th floor.
I mean, unless this is the one that goes on for forever. Hank King's tragedy, sacrifice everything. It's not that SCP, it couldn't be. First group rehearsal, time May 23rd, 7:46, location conference room, 5th floor. Second group rehearsal on the 6th floor. Final group performance on the 7th floor.
Rehearsal notice?
Wait a minute, so we're going down. I thought we were going up initially. I want to see what's up here if I go up.
What's going on here? 4th floor again? The way out of here might have something to do with these clocks.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is yet. Oh, I get it. It's going around in a circle. So it's going to go 5th, it's going to go 4th, and it's going to go back to 6th. So there's a red, there's a blue, and then there's a... based off of the rehearsal. Okay, so... 5th, here. You know what I'm going to do? Take a picture with my phone. The clocks each have to match their, Which clock is for which floor, though, I wonder? Okay, so 4th. So it's 5th, 6th, and 7th. So I have a feeling it's supposed to be 5th. So that one was at 7:46. Are you really going to be that nitpicky? What is 46? This is Alright. Then it's at 11:11. At least it dings. So technically you wouldn't even need to figure it out, you just do it. And then it's at 9. I delete that off my phone before. I keep forgetting to delete certain pictures off my phone. They just stay there. Thanks for the sudden downgrade and like it's down here. I like how it auto shut off my flashlight. All I have to say is the designers should probably not put the stairs there. It looks really wonky. I have a feeling they just replicated it and then just put that to block you. But it just goes for forever. That was loud. Sound effects are like loud.
I've never seen such a low value before.
I also feel like the sound volume is totally off, but there's no way to fix it. Like the ambient sound. Oh, what the? Oh, really weird. The ambient sound versus like. It's so weird. The ambient sound versus voices.
That smell. When was the last time they cleaned this place?
Am I actually making headway or not? Wire cutter. It's not very sharp, but it still works. Hi, Quizzy. D-Class EM lore for D-Class is messed up too. They aren't always death row inmate. Oh, I didn't know that. Always fun when you can't change the audio up to try to make it better. Yeah. Boom! In your face. No, all that.
Voice. What voice? What voice?
I serve my king with my blood. Blissful supplication.
Tell us what it's saying.
Sacrifice of sin. No.
Bella, are you feeling better now?
They slapped her across the face really hard.
Suffocation. Like a rope. Looped around my neck. Pulling tight. Weightless. Hanging. Nothing around me. Just my feet. Dangling. Struggling. Fighting. It will swallow me. And make me its slave.
Bella, you are completely safe here. Nothing can hurt you. Okay, let's continue.
The situation there was much worse than expected. Much worse. I knew I had to get in touch with the Foundation. I managed to find a phone, and I called for backup. This is Sparrow, 09868, for Bald Eagle. I'm at Pony Station on the 7th floor. The situation here is much worse than expected. I need backup.
Bella, are you sure this is actually what happened?
What do you mean? Yes. Of course I'm sure.
Come on, Bella. Try and focus.
What are you talking about?
Bella, you never made that phone call.
Of course What?
Pony Station was completely cut off. There was no contact with the outside world whatsoever. phone call? That would have been impossible.
No, but I saw.
What did you see, Bella? Tell us what you saw.
Oh, he broke it. Slowing down. It's just really loud in my ear. These button prompts, I'm just mashing the E button at this point. Chains.
Paul Eagle never said anything about that.
Oh, these QuickTime events suck. I will say that they were all just the E button, so once I realized that, I was just going on the E button, and I just didn't stop. I don't know if you could hear it through the mic, but... Wait, where did you come from, technically? From here? I'm so confused. When in close contact, check the experimental procedures again and again.
We're evacuating. Damn it. After the show, everyone went crazy. Some hanged themselves. Some killed each other like beasts. That damn evil white monster. This was
Looks like something bad happened here.
Everything that happened here is all Cooper's fault. It's their fault. This will be the last recording from the experiment. The hydropower plant was shut down forever. And no doubt my experiment will also. What's going on? What's going on? Ah!
The volume's so low until you get to the Redwood incident file report, experiment number, site, whatever, project level uncategorized. This is a multi-subject experiment involving SCP, SCP, and SCP. This is part of the scientific research handed by Dr. George Thompson on how reality bending takes place. The experiment lasted 5 days. During the first 3 days, 2 Rorschach tests were performed on SCP blank and SCP blank. Level 3 hypnosis was also performed on the 3 Class D personnel affected by SCP blank. Test subjects quickly showed different degrees of immersion, and on day 4 coincidentally claimed that they were in a primeval forest with mainly coastal redwood and Caribbean pines. On that day, the Hume's level was reduced to 37. The next day, the scenes described invaded the reality. The experiment... Oh my god. Where did that go? The experiment ground and the 6 test subjects vanished. Oh, the experiment ground. The experiment was forced to stop. There are no further reports on this area. Dr. Thompson thinks this was affected by SCP blank, the reality bender, and can be considered as its creation. SCP blank-1, no official number yet. For detailed experiments information, please see document site 83. Blah, 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 blah. Bunch of numbers. So this is part of the reality bending. KK. Gotcha. Before entering, please confirm the personnel information. After entering, please make sure the door is locked again. In the event of a containment breach, open the blocker. Hi, Shads. How are you? You doubt researcher either? Wait. She's got to be a researcher and not an agent, because no agent is that fucking dumb. Nah, she's supposed to be an agent, and she's that dumb. I think she's this dumb for story reasons. Personally, I think it would have been better had she knew a little bit something, but it's working fine. You good? How's work works? There's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad at the same time to it. I'm trying to weed out the bad lately, but There's good stuff to it, and working from at home is always a positive, but I took today off and I took tomorrow off, so... SCP-701 scripts have been out for a week now, and the participants have had minor rehearsals as described above, but one thing continues to baffle me. They always seem to recite the wrong lines. Every single person. It's strange, almost like it's orchestrated, and when I try to correct them, they become defensive, insisting that they read the correct line. But other than that minor hiccup, everything else went well. I'm very much looking forward to the first full rehearsal in room 705 the day after next. After the full rehearsal, all will bear witness to the potential of SCP-701, and my name will become synonymous with it. Tyler Cooper, the genius behind the experiment who managed to tap its endless potential. This is history in the making. He sounds stupid.
A play? What is up with this SCP-701 experiment?
Why can't I see closer? It's like a child or something. On April 27th local time, 5 students were involved in a collective blank incident at the Cleveland Institute of Arts Drama Club in Ohio, and another faculty member died of stab wounds. A janitor was taken into custody as a suspect in the incident. His statement mentioned that 4 students used the blank from the ceiling during rehearsals. This was then repeated by the last person after they assaulted the teacher. The teacher died 2 hours later. Following a forensic investigation of the scene, it was determined that the janitor had no clear motive for committing the crime. He's currently undergoing further observation in a psychiatric hospital. So normal work. Yeah, pretty much. There we go. I was gonna go over and see them. Act 4, Personae, Gonzalo, Antonio, Alinda, Francisco, Patricio, Lodovico, Cornari, Guard. Scene, Palace's Convent. Act description. Gonzalo obtains poison from Ambassador Alagata and plans to hold a banquet to poison the ministers. There's just poison everywhere. Later on, Gonzalo is faced to contend with his conscience. In a monologue, he describes his remorse for his crime, but he knows there is nothing he can do about it now. Antonio, Alinda, and the squire escape from the convent, and Antonio promises Alinda that he will exact his revenge and marry her as the new queen. Okay. The entire play sounds really dumb. That's what makes it amazing. To all employees at Pony Station, the study on SCP-701 is scheduled to start tomorrow. In order to prevent the spread of classified information, all video surveillance devices have been removed. All external signal transmissions have been blocked. We will keep the site under closed management until the end of the study. Currently, we're hiring more experiment subjects. If you are willing to join, please fill the form at Ms. Erin Maple in Archives Room on the 4th floor. Sender system. Right-click to exit. Like how we turned on the electricity and the fans like, I can run now. Why? A picture of a giant computer. Yes. Another Pokemon snatched from Wolver. Does Wolver just keep getting all of them? I remember the other day. I was trying to, like, stand up. Water just spitting out and looking very awkward. We needed electricity in here, so... Is there anything else I could turn on with the electricity? I forgot. I think it was just this. I mean, there's the one TV... Yeah, whatever. I don't think you can look at it. Oh, thank you. Hello. You are most welcome. He got tired. What about the other one? Is he gone? Or is he still up there? He's still up there. Oh wait, you're back up. Gonna fall again? Yeah. Wait a minute. You want here? He's gonna do his performance again. Hold on. Aw, man. Can I move him? Can I move him? Damn. That was great. How many of these does she have? I thought she picked up like 4. Isn't that the 4th one? They're all going that away. Can I knock you all over? Yes! Act 5, Persone, Gonzalo, Antonio, Linda, Francesco, the rest of the audience. See, the rest of the audience. Act description. At the banquet, Antonio bursts in and confirms Gonzalo's murderous crime as well as his own lineage. Gonzalo was deposed by an angry group of ministers. Instead of killing Gonzalo, Antonio exiles him to the convent. I think persona means the actors involved or the characters. Everyone's being exiled to the convent in this play. Antonio then orders his squire to plan his wedding with Alinda, and the play ends with a dance by the group of courtiers. What? I love it. There's a key card. Can I have it? No? Okay. Laboratory work rules. Do's and don'ts. Safety goggles. Don't safety goggles or do safety goggles? I can't tell. They're do's and don'ts. Here, fall down. Thanks. What about you? Fall down. Thanks. You too. On the ground. Thank you. No. On the ground. Stop it. No. They all like getting back up. Hold on. Can we actually see them get back, or they only get back up when you look away? Here. Yeah, that's when you look away.
Why does it look like they're all going to the same place?
Because they are. How dumb are you? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. It looks like something you're supposed to read. I don't know if that's gonna be later on in the full game or what. Oh, look, it's a theater. That's one elaborate theater. Pretty cool. I feel like the SCP actually creates that theater. No, let me out.
The black box.
Oh, it's right there. Nothing's gonna happen wrong with this. Black box of the pony station, which records important data. The black box uses SYD II encryption of the technical department. Bring it to other sites to unlock. Seeing if there's anything else lying around. Doesn't look like it, but there's a piece of paper here. Gonzalo, let us, in complete script 3, let us raise our glasses to Ambassador Aligata and pay tribute to him. Only the finest wine can commemorate this exciting victory. Prince Antonio, it was he, the ruthless usurper, who killed our king. This despicable man who plays executioner dares claim this bloody conspiracy as his trophy. Prince Antonio, kill him! Let his head be the sacrifice, and for redemption let his blood pour out. Gonzalo, I am your king, release me and I can forgive all your crimes and misdeeds. Ministers, kill him, kill him! The vile traitor is not worthy of the crown. I could move this? Ministers, blood for blood, sacrifice to my king. I didn't know I could move things. Here. Making sure none of them have anything on the back. I like how you can just keep it on the back and just be all like, just go through all of them, make sure nothing was hidden there. Hank King's tragedy. Rehearsal notice. Oh, the back of the coin. Oh, because the Ohio one. It's one of the, I remember these quarters when they were coming out. Like, they were all like, they're gonna be collectible. People were like buying, I mean, my mom even bought like one of those little like cardboard type books that were faux leather that you were supposed to get each quarter and you were supposed to put it in and you got it.
Behind this containment breach, Pony Station will have to be locked down. That much is for certain.
Yeah. It's the Plague Doctor. Well-crafted handmade doll. The label reads SCP-049. I forget everything about the Plague Doctor, but I do remember reading about him. He is one of the interesting ones. You okay? I feel like we're about to have a horror jump scare thing. It's on rails now. Oh, this is where she goes in the elevator going down with the black box in her hand. You wonder if you could buy one? The little doll. It is cute. It'd be great merchandise if the licensing for the whole concept wasn't split between the SCP site and this game.
Bella.
Well, depending on the
we
contract.
need you to tell us the truth here.
What do you mean? I'm telling you the truth. I completed my task. I retrieved the black box from Pony Station.
Looks like the cognito hazards really did a number on her.
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Bella, there was no black box in sight when we found you.
That's impossible. I'm positive. I know I had it in the escape elevator.
And there is no escape elevator in Pony Station. None of what you're saying adds up.
But that's impossible. It's just impossible.
Look at me, Bella. Try and focus. What really happened?
What really happened?
Bella, think carefully.
I...
Oh, the door to 705. There were no mannequins.
Gruntmints.
Hey, Chris Short, thank you for the sub. How are you? And hi, and welcome back. I think we're almost done with this demo. Yeah, there's someone sitting there.
Where's the black box?
Oh. They did a pretty damn good job on this so far, and if this is supposed to not be indicative of the final product, it's still pretty decent. This is beginning Bioshock vibes. It's a demo of a game called SCP Secret Files.
Fuck, not again.
I don't know how I'm supposed to avoid him in here. Attacked by an unknown source, it's wise to run. I can't run. This is as fast as she goes. I need this. The rehearsals have officially begun. Positively brilliant. My hands are shaking now as I write. This experiment, the exciting avenues ahead. Although some sections stray from the original SCP-701 script, everyone remained perfectly in character, wholly consumed in the act. The audience, too, seemed to be entirely absorbed in the performance. A strange thing, though. I noticed a certain something, a person, perhaps, appear on the stage. He was not one of our original members, but, while he was quiet and reserved, rather friendly, a tribute to Ambassador Aligata. That is, it must be, the truth. The splendid, magnificent truth. Hang the traitors. One and one, hang the betrayal and the ignorance. Together with the news, hang them and alert the world. Cheers and cheers all around for our great king. Let us bask in this glory. Together we follow him, the blood of the fools. We offer to thee, hanged king. The writing that follows is obscured by bloodstains. I'm probably going to die right here. Monsters after you. Let me read this verse. Yeah.
So SCP-701 is a script. One performance and now all of Pony Station is ruined. Dr. Cooper, what have you done?
It's wise to run. I didn't. Well, considering how fast he ran, I didn't know if I could run around it beforehand until it was all like, "Why aren't you running?" Do they get back up if I turn around? Hold on. No, they stayed down. Little doll. Where's my doll? Where's my doll? There he is. It's beautiful. This is an adorable doll. If it'd be great if that could be made. You would have to get it commissioned from someone on Etsy or something, though. Like, they'll never be able to actually make that. Like what Quizzy said is, like, the whole Creative Commons things, it would make licensing difficult. Like how the mannequins have ragdoll physics. Yeah, get on the ground. It's only been lately that they've been doing it. But it's basically showing how they all attacked each other.
Where are they heading? But where have all those volunteers gone?
Gonzalo and Antonio Isabella, Script 1, Ballroom Inn, Act Description. The king of Trinculo passes away and the king's brother Gonzalo succeeds him as the new king. At the coronation, the drunken queen confesses that she colluded with Gonzalo to kill the old king and hang his body from a tree. The queen goes on to confess that the great nobleman Antonio is in fact the son of the old king and as such has legitimate claim to the throne. Antonio scoffs at this, but upon returning to the inn, he meets the ghost of the old king, who confirms everything the queen has said. Blood we offered, the hanged king we served. I served my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation, sacrifice of sin. As an achievement chaser, you'd be surprised if the final game doesn't have one to knock all us down. Seriously. If all else fails, we can always make a plushie oneself, which reminds you need white yarn. You can't get it. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look like it's overly difficult to end up making. I mean, if you know what you're doing. Like, I couldn't do it. Like, it's been a long time since I've done any sewing, and this is way beyond any skill level I would have had. Its head would be the hardest for me. The head and the club. Out of the way. Where are they all going? What is this ladder right up here? In case you need to service that. Nothing there? Okay. Where are they going? I feel like this is another chase area. You can't jump. The entire doll would be hard for you. Yeah.
Holy fuck. I guess this is the ending of their performance. SCP-701. The Hanged King's Tragedy.
Yay!
I serve my Who's there? With my blood.
Oh yeah, he's supposed to be Ambassador Aligata. Am I just hitting the E button over and over? Oh. She believed hard enough.
Her condition is unstable. I've just injected her with a sedative, but you need to let her rest for a while.
Thanks, Doctor. Well, let's go then.
What? We haven't found the black box yet.
You still don't get it, do you?
Get what? What do you mean?
A black box is merely a vehicle for recording the truth. But a black box isn't always a black box.
She is the black box.
That's right. She is now the black box. Got time for a cold one? Because our work here is done.
I feel like they didn't get enough information. If this is supposed to be a demo, I feel like we finished the entire thing. Like, there's supposed to be more to this?
I serve my king with my blood. Blissful suffocation. Sacrifice of sin.
If they knew she was dealing with a mind-altering SCP, why are they being so hard on her? Oh, there is going to be more chapters. Okay. Probably have to do the 1432 alternate ending.